Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Carnage Reviews. My name is Eric, and today we look at extreme horror film MaskHead by controversial director Fred Vogel. Before we jump into things, just a quick reminder to please consider subscribing to the channel. Just click that subscribe button along with the bell icon to keep up to date with my latest content. MaskHead was directed by Fred Vogel and Scott Swan. It stars Shelby Vogel, Danielle Inks, Daniel V. Klein, and Michael Witherell. Sil and Maddie are a lesbian couple who make extreme fetish and dark specialty movies. Believe it or not, as crazy as this sounds, their intentions are actually darker than they seem. The Fetish Films and modeling and production company are a cover. They make snuff films with the help of associates The Cowboy and the mysterious MaskHead. Unearthed Films sent me a screener copy of MaskHead quite a while ago, and due to my recent hiatus, it took me a while to finally get to it. About 7 months ago, I did a very detailed review of the entire August Underground series. Up until this point, I've never seen a Fred Vogel film that wasn't part of that series. So, how does MaskHead compare to those films? MaskHead is a difficult film to categorize. It's a bit all over the place. Horror film, found footage film, extreme horror film, horror comedy. You can't really pinpoint it to just one genre. I mentioned found footage film, but really, MaskHead is only partially a found footage film. It's more of a traditional narrative. It's also a lot more polished looking than August Underground, which was intentionally made to look more like a home movie. If you like dark humor, the film has some genuine funny moments and dialogue, especially from the cowboy, which is the best character in the film, I think. The cowboy is a sociopath, and a very disgusting character. However, when you listen to him talk, he's very likable and charismatic. Even when he's talking about his exploits and all the horrible things he's done, it's the way the character delivers the lines. He has some very well-written dialogue. When I first started watching MaskHead, I thought to myself, wow, this is tamer than the August Underground films. But as I got deeper into the movie, I realized, no, it's not. The gore effects are, of course, very well done and realistic looking, being that this is a Fred Vogel film. The movie is also very well shot and edited. Visually, I think my favorite scene is with the cowboy and this girl. They're in a room with a strobe light and they're getting a little freaky deaky, and you don't really see much, you just see flashes due to the strobe light of them doing their thing. And eventually you see that MaskHead, Maddie, and Sil are in the room with them. And with the combination of the strobe light and editing, it's very haunting. There's also this scene where the cowboy is in a hotel room with his friend and a guy, and the cowboy is in the bathroom putting Crisco on his fist. And why he's putting Crisco on his fist, well, I'll just leave that to your imagination. But the way this scene is done and the sound of the Crisco just squishing on his skin is just, it makes my skin crawl. The film is called MaskHead, but we don't really see a lot of the character at first, which I think is smart. It's classic monster movie 101. The less we see of the monster, the more effective they are when we do see them. The look of MaskHead is very effective and creepy. The mask is very well done and looks really cool. Given the character's wearing a mask, we don't really see their face, but the actor portraying the character does a really good job showing expression through his eyes. This feels really weird saying it, and I just feel really strange saying this, but the film does a really good job accurately portraying fetish porn films, which is, of course, a cover for the character's real intentions. But when these scenes are happening and they're playing out, at times, I kind of felt like I was watching an adult film. And they don't really feel forced or fake, is what I'm trying to say. In my opinion, I do feel like some of these scenes went on just a bit too long before the character was killed, and I really kind of just felt uncomfortable watching them. But I suppose that may have been the point. Now, I mean this as a compliment, but when I watched MaskHead, I couldn't help but think of that Nicolas Cage movie 8mm, which is a favorite of mine. Now, 8mm is dark, but it's way tamer than MaskHead. Could you imagine if Fred Vogel had been involved in making that movie? Wow, that would have been some crazy shit, I tell you. Is MaskHead worth your time? Well, chances are, if you're not a fan of the August Underground films, you're probably not going to like MaskHead. While it is way different than those movies are, and it's a bit more lighthearted, It's still in the same spirit, and it's still an extreme horror film. However, if you're a fan of extreme horror films, then you will probably get a kick out of MaskHead. I give it 4 skulls. Have you seen MaskHead? If you have, let me know in the comment section what you think about the film. And if you enjoyed today's video, please tap that like button. Well, that's it for me today, my friends. Remember, the world is your ass monkey. Take care, guys.